أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Now, today our topic is about skewness. Now, this is the last topic of chapter number 4, Measure of Dispersion, where we have to check the skewness and kurtosis of distribution. Now, this first shape, this is called bell shape. These are different names for this particular shape. Some people call it hump of a camel, mountain. Some people also call it normal shape, but its mathematical name is symmetric shape. Now this is exactly like this. So see, the two tails are exactly the same at the same distance from the center, and the central value is always, as I told you, this peak point is always considered as mode. But here in this particular case, mean and median is also equal to mode, and that lies in the center of this one. Okay, that's why it is known as normal shape. Now, why we call it normal? Because every normal phenomena follow this shape. If you check the shape, so every normal phenomena, just like cycle of life, if you see normal cycle of life, a baby born, then he goes through all the hardships and reaches to the kid stage, then young age, then adulthood, and then his health is start declining, and at the end he dies. Okay, so this is a normal shape. You check any normal business, it starts from zero, it starts from scratch, and gradually it grows, it reaches to the top, and then it starts declining. We have so many business example like Nokia. Okay, when the mobile business started, so they were the first, and they have started, they sell billions of phones, and then they reaches to the top, and now nobody knows Nokia. Okay, because see, they didn't adopt the innovation, and so see, nobody knows them. Similarly, check camera. Today, nobody has got any camera at their home because every mobile phone has got camera. So it was started from scratch. It reaches to the top. Okay, time that's camera. Some people have the privilege to have the camera. They can afford to have the camera at their home. Okay, and then it starts declining when the mobile phones, smartphones comes. So then it starts declining and nobody knows them. Okay, only few people have got them. So this is every normal phenomena, every business you can see, normal business, fame, you can see that. So it will definitely follow. See, Shah Rukh Khan started from nothing. He nowadays, at time he reaches to the top, he was the successful actor at the industry, and then his declines start, and see, gradually it will keep along. So like this, we every normal phenomena will follow this, definitely this first one particular normal shape. Now apart from this normal, we have this abnormal. So these are called abnormal shapes, because see, here you can see right tail is very long, here left tail is very long. Both are starting from 0 to infinity. Here it is from 0 to infinity. Now, as I told you that this peak point is known as mode, here the peak point is known as mode. Median always lies in the center, and mean either in the first stage or at the last. So this one where the right tail is quite long, so that is known as positively skewed. Where the left tail is quite long, that is called negatively skewed. Mathematically, you can say that the arithmetic mean is the highest. It is greater than median and mode. So then we call it positively skewed. If arithmetic mean is the lowest, it is less than median and mode. So then we call it negatively skewed. So these two shapes are negatively skewed. Practical examples we have about this positively skewed. We have lots of students, like I always give example of Allama Iqbal and Einstein. See, Einstein gives the theory of relativity. He was beyond his time. Okay, now people are trying to understand the theory. Okay, now in this developed age, he gave the theory in 1940. Similarly, Allama Iqbal, the vision he got, the ideas he has, so whatever he told, people are still thinking about it. So they were above their time. So they are example of positively skewed. Similarly, there is an example. Recently, we have seen that there was one reel about that student who just claimed it was a 10-second reel. She was saying something about the party over here. See, it was a 10 seconds reel, and with one night, she got billions, millions of views, and she reaches to the top. So that's positively skewness. Okay, I've heard like now she's working in different more dramas and film, I think. So see, that kind of fame is positively skewed. So gradually it will start declining, and it will take time to reach to the zero. Similarly, we have so many other examples for negatively skewed. We can see in our surrounding that there are special people whose body grows but mind doesn't grow. They talk like they looks adult people, but they talk like kids. So they are special people. We call them special people. Okay, so they are negatively skewed in that case. Similarly, we have seen the example of KFC. He started his successful business at the age of 63. So see, he tried for 63 years. Okay, then he got one successful business, and now still it is going along. Still it is reaching to, still it is on its top. So its decline will start. Okay, they are example of negatively skewed. Now mathematically, how we can find this. Okay, this is, so these are the two formula for skewness. The first one is, now skewness can be measured with two formula. The first formula is called Pearson's skewness. So it's equal to SK, mean minus mode, divided by standard deviation. In MCQs, I may give you mean, mode, value, and standard deviation. You have to just put here and then find the skewness. Similarly, mean minus median is also called divided by standard deviation is also skewness. Okay, there is another formula which is known as Bowley skewness. So it's equal to Q3 plus Q1 minus 2 median divided by Q3 minus Q1. Okay, sometimes instead of this median, we have Q2. So SK is equal to Q3 plus Q1 minus 2 Q2 divided by Q3 minus Q1. Okay, so that's the Bowley skewness. So values will be given. Okay, you have to just put, I'll sort out some values, find some values, and then we'll give you. Now what will happen, what will be the, how you can interpret the result? If SK value is greater than 0, so it means there is positively skewness in the, if SK value you got less than 0, so that will be negatively skewness. And if SK value is 0, it means there will be no skewness. The shape of the distribution is symmetric. So that's how we can find the skewness. Now there is one another thing which is known as kurtosis, because you can see that normality is different, and the normality is different from person to person. So this is what we call kurtosis. So see, all these three shapes are normal, but see, the first shape is a prolonged height with a prolonged height, second shape is normal, and the third is a bit flatter. So that's how, like, see, people, we all practically, you can see that all of us, we are normal people, but see, our level of normality is different. Some people are good in one subject, some are good in other subjects. So but still they are normal. Okay, so this normality, this is something which can be measured with the help of kurtosis. Now the first one, where the shape is prolonged hype. Okay, so that is called leptokurtic. We are not going into the calculation, but see, if beta 3 value, that is the calculation for kurtosis. If beta 3 value is greater than 3, so it will have this prolonged hump shape. Okay, and that is what we call leptokurtic. If beta 2 is equal to 3, so that will be exactly the normal shape. Okay, so this is called mesokurtic. And if beta 2 is less than 3, so it means that the shape of the normality will be a bit flatter, the third one. So such is known as platykurtic. This is what we call kurtosis. We are not going into the calculation because there are intense calculation required for beta 2, so we have to stick up to this. Okay, you have to remember all these things. So that's all. That's the complete chapter of measure of dispersion we have discussed equally. this kurtosis and skewness. Okay, thanks.